Andy Katz here for the Big Ten Network with the latest edition of the seed board. All right, Purdue, I know they lost at Ohio State. They're still going to be a 1 seed. Whether they're the 1 overall, it doesn't matter. They're going to be in Indianapolis for the first 2 rounds. They got to get out of that first weekend to get to Detroit. They're going to be a 1 seed. So let's establish that. Next, Illinois. Tough loss at Penn State. I might have had them on the 3 line. I can't move them up after that loss at Penn State. So they stay as a 4 with still the potential to get up to the 3. I don't see them getting all the way up to a 2 anymore. Wisconsin is maybe the hardest team to figure out right now. They've been on a bit of a losing skid, rectified it with the Ohio State win, then they lose to Iowa, game they really could have won, then they beat Maryland, but the Terps really pushed them. And because around the country, a school like Creighton, which just knocked off UConn, is playing well, I think Creighton would be on the 4 line, which pushes Wisconsin to the 5 line. Now Northwestern got that road win against Indiana, and that's why I've got the Wildcats creeping up to the 7. You want to get out of the dreaded 8-9. Unfortunately, that's where we find the Spartans, losing at home again, this time to Iowa. They're a 9 right now. They're in this range, not good company. You know, to be honest, it might be easier for Michigan State to be a 10 versus an 8-9, because we know the 8-9, if you win, you likely play a 1. So Nebraska, great win in Indiana. I think they're solidly as a 10, creeping to the 9 line, but if I'm the Huskers, I like being a 10, because they got a team that can win a couple games in the NCAA tournament. So if they're a 10 versus 7, you know, your next round, they can beat some of these teams in this range. So now that leaves 3 other schools. Can the Big Ten get a 7th in? And we had Rutgers sort of next up. They lost. The next school up right now actually is Iowa. Iowa has opportunities. 2 games against Illinois in a weird scheduling quirk. You know, they do have road games at Penn State and Northwestern. They've done well in Quad 1 and Quad 2 lately, so that has helped them. I think the Hawkeyes have the best chance to get on this board, possibly get to Dayton, and be an 11 or 12. Can't put them on here yet. Minnesota also has opportunities in the final 2 weeks to get some Quad 1 and Quad 2 wins that would help their case. And remember, the tournament is in Minnesota at the Target Center. So the Gophers probably are number 2 on my list if they could make a run and win some of these quality games. That leaves Rutgers. I said at the beginning, Rutgers had to go 5-2 in their final 7. They lost at Minnesota, which put even more pressure in the final 6 to win 5 of those 6. So I think Rutgers drops to the 3rd of these 3 teams trying to get onto this board to get the Big Ten a 7th bid in the NCAA tournament.